Oh, it's a big day tomorrow. Alibaba is reporting earnings, and this is the day that I and many investors have been waiting for months after the stock has been absolutely obliterated. And I mean obliterated. If we go ahead and look at this thing, it has been a rough couple of months, dropping over 25% in the past 6 months and down over 33% from highs. This is incredible. I think this is an amazing time to get into Baba, and I think that this is the catalyst that finally pushes Baba up. It's been a bad couple months for all Chinese stocks, not just Baba, but Baba especially has taken a beating. Despite the company growing huge year over year, the stock has fallen, and the stock is actually down since 2018, 3 years ago. So I believe that this is a great opportunity to buy. I'm going to go and tell you guys that right now. Before we start, though, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would mean a ton to me. I'm going to go over all my positions and what I think the earnings are going to look like tomorrow for Baba. So first off, starting with my positions, let's go over here and check them out. Sold some puts, sold some put credit spreads, going long term, thinking smart. A lot of equity in Baba, a lot. We believe in this company a lot. We believe in the stock. We believe that China has been oversold heavily. Tough regulation has came out on companies like Didi, Baba, Tencent, and many others. And I think that it is well overdone. And I think that this is a time where Baba can really run if they prove that they have good earnings tomorrow. So again, looking at this, we sold some puts for January, for March, and for June, all deep out of the money. We do really believe in this and think it'll go very well. And then obviously our main ones are the put credit spreads, which are very, very risky. But if they pay off very well. So we have a lot of 205s, 210s, even a 215 here. That's a little bit more risky. But the 180s, I think, are going to be pretty safe. The 195s, I think, will be pretty safe. 205s, safe, in my opinion. 210s, a little bit more risky. 175s, pretty safe. 205, somewhat safe. The 220, very risky. But we do believe in it. We do think that it will recover very well. And if we go ahead and actually look at what Bob is trading at right now, it's trading very, very cheap at a 23 PE ratio before earnings. We expect that after earnings, that PE will be much, much lower. As of what they're expected to do, they're expected to do $2.24 per share on revenue of $32.54 billion. Now, be warned that is not billion in US dollars, that is billion in yuan. So do the calculations to determine what that is. But again, I think that they are going to beat this. I think they're going to beat it on both, but especially earnings per share. I think that their cloud unit has grown a lot. It's rose over 50% year over year, which is huge. It is now profitable, and I think that that can really drive the earnings and deliver a nice top-line beat. I also think that they will have a bottom-line beat with revenue. I think that e-commerce, they have that 618 event in this earnings quarter, so that should help them out, along with e-commerce growing pretty significantly, all across the world, especially on an economy like China's, which is on the path towards revitalization. So Alibaba profits are going to continue to grow as well, and Alibaba controls 2/3 of the e-commerce market in China. So again, they have annual active customers of 811 million, which has risen over 32 million on a year-over-year basis, which is huge. And mobile active users 925 million, which is an increase of 23 million just in December. So obviously they're growing huge, and I think Baba is going to do very well. After a good earnings quarter, should put them at a PE just under 20, which makes it almost impossible to resist at these prices, despite how much it is growing at a rate faster than even Amazon, but trading at a multiple of even lower. Obviously, they have the regulatory risks, which scares a lot of investors, scares me, but I think it's well overdone. I think that, you look at a company that is just so far off highs, it makes it very hard to ignore. A company that was trading at $319, now down 37% since then. It's very hard to ignore that. And obviously there is a lot of risk with China, but China did come out and say that they want to affirm that they are backing Chinese companies and they're not out to hurt them. So when you hear that from the Chinese government, it is a little bit more assuring. Obviously still very risky, but a little bit more assuring. So again, we look at this and we are very, very bullish that Alibaba will perform well. But again, tomorrow is the big catalyst. It's the big earnings quarter, so we'll have to see with that. We have our positions locked and loaded. That is not the button we wanted to hit. That is. And, we can clearly see here we have a ton in BABA. If all works according to plan, make $63,000. Probably won't make all that, but we're trying to make some, and we think that is very possible to do. So, again, tomorrow morning before the bell, we will know about Alibaba's earnings. I will be up. I will not be sleeping. I will be watching, and I'll be waiting. It's a huge day, probably the biggest day that I've had in the market in a very, very long time, and hopefully it goes well. So, again, we'll check everything, but at this point, if you're in, you're in. I mean, you look at the chart on BABA, and it's been rough these past couple days, but I do think that we're going to see a little bit of a recovery. So again, it all comes down to that, but again, it's up to you guys if you want to decide that this risk is worth taking. For me, it is, especially when you look at the financials. I mean, trading at such a cheap multiple compared to other growth stocks. I mean, this is a growth stock we're talking about. This is not just some value company. This is a growth stock trading at a multiple of a value company, with year-over-year growth higher than some of the biggest tech stocks in the world. So I'm very bullish on it. I think we'll put out a good earnings quarter, but again, we'll just have to see. So very, very excited for tomorrow. A little nervous, obviously, but again, it's all part of the risk. So let me know your guys' thoughts on all this. If you want to talk with me, come in the Discord and chat. I'd love to know your guys' positions on BABA. Let me know down in the comments below if you are expecting good things from this earnings quarter. But anyways, guys, it's been wild. It's been exciting, and tomorrow everything comes to fruition. So we'll see what happens, and just nothing we can do at this point. So if you guys like this video, remember to subscribe as well, and let me know what you're doing with this, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.